What up, YouTube? We're talking about the 100 meters in Budapest.
Men's 100 final, great start. Christian Coleman in blue. He came blasting out of the blocks. And look at this. Look at Craven Charleston. Charleston to the line with Christian.
Of course, because I'm American, we got to start with the three athletes who just made the world team. I have to talk about the trials in this young, amazing American sprinter who blazed the track.
Quickly, just navigate the race for us. You look like you just were there and then suddenly you had a step. How did you do that?
Man, to be real, I blanked out. I said, just go. I said, work the first 10. After that, just keep running.
And like he said, he blacked out or just ran. And that's exactly what he did, because it was amazing watching him go through the rounds or watching the races through the rounds. And then you have the second place guy, Christian Coleman. He makes another world team, 60-meter world record holder indoor. And then you have the American record holder in the 200, always closing, always coming through like a train at the end. Fred Kerley has the bye, so we didn't get to see Fred Kerley in the 100 meters because he has a bye. He'll be running at the Worlds, which I'm excited about. But I want to discuss a little bit about, when I say Worlds, I want to start with Fred Kerley. Fred Kerley, to me, and what I've learned from watching him over the years is he's on another level. He's creating a new path for sprinting. His mental seems to be, or I don't seem to be, his mental is getting stronger and stronger. And I know he didn't do well in the 200. His curve, I guess they were saying he ran the curve bad, but Fred Kerley is always a person to bounce back, period. I saw Fred Kerley run for the first time in person at Sun Angels when he first turned pro. Michael Norman was in that race. They ran the 200. Michael Norman came out with the win. And I got a little side note. Like I was watching the interviews or going through the interviews from the Worlds, U.S. World Trials. And I saw Michael Norman said he has a new coach.
Made the biggest change in my life. Changed coaches midway through the season. So I've just kind of been making the adjustment and hoping for the best right now. So
who's coaching you now?
John Smith.
In the middle of the season, he switched coaches to John Smith, the great John Smith. I've mentioned him a number of times on this wonderful YouTube page. I'm looking forward to how Michael Norman develops with John Smith. I'm considering that John Smith has created some amazing athletes. Obviously, the mental toughness of his athletes, you don't need to discuss or argue that. You just know that John Smith gets the job done. I'll definitely be watching for Michael Norman next year. Again, Michael Norman is one of the few guys who ran, what is his PR in the 400, 43.45, 200 is 19.7 or 19.6, I'm not sure, and then 100 meters, he's a 9.8 guy. So Michael Norman is no sleeper by any means, and he talked about how he wanted to, he's running the 100. If you know anything about sprinting, the 100 meters is definitely a tough race, but everybody knows that if you win the 100-meter race, you're called the fastest in the world that year. When you break the record, Usain Bolt, you are the fastest. But I'm looking forward to what he's done or what he's gonna do, because Fred Kerley, Wade, and I might be missing somebody right now, but anyway, they are all under 44 seconds for the 400. They're all under 20 for the 200, and they're all under 10 for the 100. So you don't sleep on anyone who has those type of credentials, and I'm definitely not sleeping on them. I'm looking forward to you, Michael Norman, what you got coming for us in the coming months or year or whatever. But if I had to pick a gold in Budapest, I'm rolling, I'm rocking with Kerley. Fred Kerley to me has just, watching his progress, like I said, or like I've mentioned maybe before, I became aware of Fred Kerley when he was at Texas A&M, and then tried to do as much research as I could and see his times when he was at junior college before. But Fred Kerley is just, for me, is just what the sport needs. And why am I just talking about Fred Kerley? Is because I watch him overcome and come back better and better and better. And yeah, maybe you can say I'm biased, but I'm okay with that. Again, love his grit, love his commitment to the sport, love his dedication. Follow him on social media, Phase 42. That's where I ain't gonna say that's where it started, but that's where I heard it first. So again, Fred Kerley is my pick for to win the gold. Especially, like I said, he didn't do as well. Mind you, he ran 19.8 in that race at the trials, 200 trials, but he got fourth place. But it still, for me, he always figures out a way, or always, mentally toughens up and then shows us like, something new. He honestly just breaks the rules. So I'm going with Fred Kerley. But I will say, I could name a bunch of athletes, but if anybody's noticed Darnell Hughes, when he blazed the track with that 983 or 984, I think it was a 983, the way he came, or the way he finished that race was, there was something serious. We kind of could go, or some people may think it's a fluke, but then he comes in the pouring rain and runs 10:03. Like, I was like, well, he's serious. And then a win dated 1977 in the British trial. So I can't rule him out. I can't rule out Coleman. I'm definitely not ruling out Lyles. I'm definitely not ruling out Charleston. I'm not going to rule anybody out, but my pick is Fred Kerley, just because I just love what he's been doing. I just love everything that he's been doing and how he's created, how we look at the sport now. I definitely look at it differently when he came down from the 400 and he said, I guess give the 100 a go, and he did, and he got a silver medal in the last Olympics. So again, I've watched Fred Kerley, still watching him, and I'm excited. So that's my pick. I wonder what yours is. All right, as all my videos, there's a conscious part, and I want to speak again on Fred Kerley, at least using him for example. This channel is about sports and all sports, but we're in the heart of track season, so we're just gonna talk about track right now. But what I love about what the conscious side of this is, Fred Kerley has broken the rules. And what I mean by that is, you think about the 4-minute mile, and it couldn't be done. Him coming down from the 4 to the 1. Now, I won't call it obviously equivalent to the same as a 4-minute mile, but that's what I believe the sport needs, is people come in and doing things that we never even imagined. Sydney McLaughlin, when it came to the 400 hurdles, I never thought I would see something like that. And that's the conscious side of what I want to share is, we need rule breakers, not people go out breaking rules in the sense of, not anything negatives, but creating something or doing something that we can look at things differently and perceive things differently. And that's why, again, I brought up Michael Norman, because, Fred Kerley started some. Wade, being hurt and coming back. We need rule breakers, people who say, I'm going to be great and I'm going to do it, and have the mental fortitude and the mental understanding to go out there and do it. That's the conscious side. Peace out, YouTube. Hey, folks. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh, yeah, hit that bell.